What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're going to check out some Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, for the handhelds, I'm going to do screen recorded gameplay, but for everything else, I am not going to, since I pretty much never do it on the Alienware. Don't really feel like moving I don't have space to set it anywhere around my capture computer, so can't really use that anymore. And the whole point of why I was saying this to begin with is, this particular game, I remember this from back when I first got my Asus G15 Advantage. This game does not like any screen recording software. I couldn't get Windows to work, I couldn't get OBS to work. The only way I could get any footage from this game, screen recorded wise, is hooking it up straight up to the capture computer and not giving it a choice. But other than the two handhelds, that's not easy to do right now. So we are going to just do the handhelds, the regular old screen recorded, camera recorded, but then everything else, we're just going to do camera recorded this time around. Now don't worry, we're not getting rid of screen recorded gameplay for the main computers or anything like that. It's just a bitch to try to get those to work, and I really don't want to try to find cords. I know I've got cords somewhere, I just have to figure out where they are, but I don't want to find them and then be unplugging my GPUs constantly and plugging them into the capture computer, because eventually you do that enough and you're going to break the port. Somehow I did not do that. I thought I was going to break that USB-C port on the back of my Asus G15 Advantage in like a year. But that thing still works, but I don't want to risk any of my other stuff. But anyway, enough blabbing. This is a long enough intro as it is. Let's go get into the game, shall we?
Alright, so here's the settings we've decided to go with here. So let's quickly go through them and then we'll get ourselves a little gameplay here. Quite a few settings in this game, especially when you get to the advanced section. And there we go. So, with that, why don't we go ahead and get ourselves into the game. Well, here we are in game. Ain't getting more than playable frame rate, but let's just get on our horse and ride around for a little bit. I'll try to find a city to go through too. See if the frames tank or whatever there. But from where I was running around testing stuff out here, I mostly just grabbed some optimized settings I found on, I think it was Reddit, and then modified them a little because I questioned a lot of their choices. So I think this works out great. And if we were at 100% battery, we could probably get like about 2 hours and 20 minutes of gameplay on this game. And that's not too bad at all. Yeah, I think it looks pretty alright. Even blown up like this, it doesn't look completely horrendous. But it looks great when you're actually looking at it on the Steam Deck screen, which we will of course do as well. Same thing with the Ally, but then when we get to the laptops and the desktops, I just went all camera recorded. Since I remember this game was like absolutely lame when it came to trying to stream record with it. I don't know what it is about it. I used to think it was just Vulkan, but then I was able to like screen record Doom and stuff like that just fine, and that's Vulkan. So, I don't know what the heck was up this game's butt. And heck, it might not even be an issue anymore, but it was before, and I didn't even want to mess with it, so I just decided to make an executive decision, and that's what I did. But yeah, it's surprising how much cooler this Steam Deck runs than the original one. If I was playing the same game, I'd be getting a little bit less FPS, and I'd be probably sitting at like high 80s or mid 80s. Some games would even push it up to 90 if it was like something that was really pushing it hard. Well, we're in town and it still doesn't seem to have tanked the FPS to anything unplayable by any means. Now, would I like it to get 60? Sure, but a game like this doesn't require 60.
Mister?
I think it's time for a hit ski. And that is all that bull rope. I have to pack up another one at some point. But I'm gonna get done with all my voiceovers first. Chickens. And a pig, what do you know? All sorts of stuff going on. Alright though, let's move on.
Well, alright, let's get ourselves a little camera recorded gameplay now. And it looks much better on the screen itself than it does when you blow it all up. No, I don't want to jump on his horse. I just want to cruise. We're just cruising today. No. Stop trying to jump on other people's horses. I swear it didn't used to do that all the time, just running around. Now all of a sudden it's like, no, you must do it all the time. I'm like, no, I don't want to. And you can't make me. Yeah, that was pretty damn good. We don't have giant lag spikes or nothing, really. I think I saw one time it dropped down to like 31 while we were running around the city. I think that's about the lowest I've seen it get. Ah, I see lights in the distance. Let's go find out what's up here. I think it's a little town. Some pig doesn't sound like it's having fun over there. Wild hog's going crazy. Yes, I have a bounty everywhere. Sometimes I do naughty things. Out of my way, chickens. Turn around. But yeah, game looks pretty damn good. And I think that's what irritates me the most. Like, they can make games like this and Cyberpunk that look pretty damn good, run pretty good on the Steam Deck. But unfortunately, none of the new AAA titles from, like, Unreal Engine 5 seem to want to work well on this or the Ally. Even though you got great games that look like this. So I know it's possible to have good graphics and good performance on the Steam Deck and Ally, but seems like these new engines are just too heavy. But that's not what I got mine for, but I'm sure a lot of people got them to play AAA titles and a plethora of different things. But that's why I mostly stick to indies on both of them. But if I'm going to play a AAA title, I'll generally gravitate more towards the Ally, just because it's a little bit more powerful. But for older titles like this, Steam Deck handles them great. And then there was an update recently that kind of like fixed the speakers a little bit. Mine were like super quiet. Now it seems more normal for the volume I got. I got like a little bit past half. At least I think so. Let's check. Yeah, just a little bit past half. Now we've made it back to town, where it's all lit up. But yeah, no insanely gigantic stutters, no crashing, no nothing like that. Steam Deck loves this kind of game. And you can get about 2 hours and some change while playing it too. Like probably 2 hours and 20 minutes I would estimate. Mine wasn't at 100% when I started because I had to tinker so much. Quite a few settings to do. I pretty much just took someone else's optimized settings and went, I don't know, I think I can do a little bit better job. And then just tinkered them to my own accord. Seeing as though I do this for quite a while, I generally know what works and what doesn't, and what settings really kill your FPS and what ones don't. First thing I usually do is I'll kill shadows, but luckily this game lets you get away with having some nicer looking shadows, so when I can, I'll take it, you know? No. Out of my way. Anyway, though, I think that's enough camera recorded gameplay, so why don't we go ahead and wrap this video on up? Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Red Dead Redemption 2, and I think the Steam Deck OLED handled it great. It looked really good with that OLED HDR screen, even though HDR wasn't on. Still looks good, mostly just because it was nighttime and we got to see those really deep blacks and all those vibrant colors of all the lights. It was pretty cool. And I was able to hit my 30 FPS target. In fact, we were a lot closer to 40 FPS most of the time. but I wasn't quite able to hit 40 constantly, so I decided, nope, we'll just label that as a good 30 FPS mark. Lock your frames to 30, and boom, there you go. But obviously, if you turn my settings down a smidgen, you could probably hit around 40 average, no problem. But I guarantee there's gonna be some spots where it'll drop down to like 37, 38, so as long as you're cool with that, should have no problem. But in any case, that is all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.